Hi, I'm Gene here at the Master Wire Sculpture Studios. Today we're going to be making an interchangeable cabochon pendant. It kind of looks like this. Let's get started. The wire we're going to be using is 22 gauge square, dead soft. I have 4 pieces here that are 10 inches long. And you can notice I've already taped them up and marked them to save time. And can you get a little close up on this one, on these marks? All right, the first center mark is just a reference point, and it's marked out 5/16 of an inch from the edge, from the center, 5/16 of an inch on each side. That's where the first wraps will start. The first wrap will be 3 wraps with 20 gauge, half round, half hard, and we'll go out from the center out to the end like 3 wraps. Then we will have another mark here, which is 3/4 of an inch, and it will go out 3 wraps. And we do the same thing, turn it around, and we do the same thing on this side. We go 3 wraps and then 3 wraps. All right, and let's get started. Bring in a piece of wire here and make a little offset in it right at the end of your pliers. And we'll start this one from the center here on this little mark. If I can get it on there. Oh, there we go. All right. And we just mark that. Fold that over. Press it down. Fold it over. Press it down. Fold it over. Press it down. Fold it over. Press it down. Turn it around. Catch the end of this one. Work it back a little bit. And fold it over. And press it down. And I'll take the flush cutters. Cut this on a slight angle going this way. And then turn it over. Cut the other one on a slight angle going this way. Take your pliers, press that one down, press this one down. Right, we've got one now. Now we can flip it over, do the same thing with the next one. Fold that over. Bring that in. Bring it over. Press it down. Bring it over. Press it down. Bring it over. Press it down. Over. Press it down. And if you'll notice, it's got a little bit of a lump here. Can you come in on, focus in on this a little bit? And the way you get that lump out of there is you take these pliers and you put them right up here like this. You bring that back and you bring it up. You press that down, then you turn it over, bring it over, press that down. Then you get your cutters, cut that one off at an angle. And you cut this one off at an angle. And you take your pliers and press them down, press them down. Get some of this out of the way here. All right. Now we gotta put another offset in this wire. I'm gonna do the end one. That over, press it down, bring it over, press it down, over, over, and turn this one over, pull that little hump out, bring that over, press it down, And we got one too many wraps here, I believe. So we back this one off like that. And we cut this one off right here. Turn this around. Cut that one off right there. Press those ends down. And if you're not careful, it's very easy to be cutting the wires on the opposite side. Okay, get another piece. Bring that over. All right, we're going to do the end wire here. That one over. Sit down. Over. Press it down. And turn this over. Pull that. Press it down. All right. Then we take and we cut this one off. And we cut this one off. Okay. Now we have all four of our wraps there. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start forming it. We'll bring in a ring mandrel. And for this particular size of cabochon, I usually put it on about a number 7 ring that's on around like this. Get it lined up straight. You want both of these top wraps straight across, as straight as you can possibly get it. Let's see here. Okay. Then you can lay your cabochon in it here. And it looks like it fit perfect. And you can kind of bring these around a little bit to form it up there. Now, we're going to make a bend here in this 1/2 of an inch from the top wrap there. And we're going to bend it about right here. And we'll bend it up just a little. Do the same thing with the other side. Bend it up. All right. Now, we'll bring these two together. Like that. And we'll see how it fits in the cabochon here. Okay. It's a little bit tight, so let's loosen it up just a little. Might ought to have went about 5/8 of an inch here. So, got that up about 5/8 of an inch and about another 1/8 of an inch. Like that. Try it again. That's perfect. Okay, now we got that. All right, the next thing is bring in some more wrap wire. And we're going to take one wire. Well, first we need to get this tape off of here because we got to take one wire out. Just remove this stuff. Okay. Now, it doesn't make any difference. It's got to be an outside wire. We don't know which is the front and which is the back at this point. So we're just going to take and fold that down like that. We're going to take this other one out and fold it down. All right, then we're going to take our wrap wire and we're going to make a little bend in it. Whoops, That's not the way we want it. It's got to be the thickness of 2 wires now. And the way I like to do it, I like to get way back from the end here, a little bit further to get a little thickness, and a little further from the end of the wrap wire and bring it over. And then when I put it on here, get these wires a little further out of the way. When I put it on here, I put it over the top like that, get these lined up, and I take and pull this longer one up like that, then mash it down, and then I catch it right here like this, and I mash it down again, and again, and we need those about 1/4 of an inch up from the top here of the cabochon, just a little ways up. Okay. All right. And we're going to put 3 wraps on this right here. And let's see, we're going to bring that on around. Let's make it 4. All right, so both of them's facing, wait a minute, no, that's facing the wrong way. We're going to bring them back. We're going to face them towards the back of the cabochon, because that was the front of the cabochon there. And bring that out. All right. Now we're going to take the 2 back wires, one on each side, right here, and right here. Bring them back a little bit. And we're going to bring in a bail making pliers, and we're going to use a small end on it, and we're going to put it behind the 2 wires, and we're going to bring it over and mash it in like this, and grab a pair of chain nose, kind of mash it in here. Then we're going to take this wire here and go over real tight. Mash it down. Mash this a little more. Bring this on around. Mash it down. Mash that down. Mash this one down. This one down. And one more time there. Mash that down. Then we're going to take our flush cutters and we're going to cut that off right close to the edge. And then we're going to pick up our chain nose and catch the very end of this, right on the end, and bend that over. And if you can get a close-up on this now, I want to try to bring this little wire right in that inside of that loop right there, inside of that bail, right inside there, and then it can't get in anybody's way and it's not going to scratch anybody. All right, now got that made. Straighten it up a little bit. All right, we're going to take and come in the back here with our cutters, and we're going to make this 1 1/4 inches long. 1 1/4 inches long right here. Let's see, where we at? Right there, 1 1/4, and we're going to cut them off right there. Okay. These wires we're going to just pull out a little bit. They're going to be some of our decoration. All right. This other wrap wire here, we can come in close to it, cut it off, and press it down in there. All right. Now, we got these wires right here in the front. We're going to do something with them. They're going to be about 3/4 of an inch long, and we're going to cut them off. Yep, let me get it a little better here. About 3/4 of an inch right here. That one. And this one. About 3/4 of an inch on it. About right there. And then we're just going to kind of get them out of the way again. Like that. Now we can take and make the back where it'll hold the cabochon. I'm going to take and with some flat nose pliers, catch the very edge of it here, bend it down, and bend this one down. I'll tell you what, let's use the wider jawed one. We're going to bring it way in. And we're going to touch this one, and bring it way in. This. All right, now bring the cabochon in to see what it looks like here. All right, looks like it's going to fit good. Okay. Now we can take and take our round nose pliers and catch this right here up about halfway the round nose pliers and just kind of curl it in like this. Bring it right on around like that. Do the same thing with the other one. About halfway. Bring it on around. And we can kind of shake them up a little bit, but they'll be okay for right now. All right. Then we're going to put the cabochon back in. And we're going to fix the front wires. And now we're going to use the small tip on the flat nose pliers and catch this like this. Bring it in. This one here. Bring it in. Maybe a little more. Get the other side. That, and we're going to do a little bit on the bottom one too. Bring it in like that. Okay. Now we're ready to do our little curls here at the end. We're going to measure from the top of the wrap wires 1 1/4 inch. Bring in the flush cutters and chop those off. All right. Kind of separate these. Okay, bring in the round nose pliers. And I like to catch it right at the very tip end, and curl it up from the outside, just like this, all the way around, and then let your pliers go back and catch another bite or two, and then stop there. All right, then go to the other side, do the same thing. Go around with that, around again, and stop there. All right, then we do the same thing with these other wires. We got that on the tip end here, and that over. Bring it on around. Here's the next one, and it over. Bring it on around. Turn it over. Separate down, and that over. Bring it on around. Last one. Now, got them all started. Now, if you notice, all the curls go in towards the pendant. All right, then you can take got a little pair of flat nose pliers here with some tool magic on it to keep from scratching your wires up, and you just take and put that on there, and you just curl them up. Actually pretty hard, and just curl them up. And each one, these are going to be down at the bottom. We're going to do them first, about like that. Turn it over. Catch the other one here. And you can always come back if it's not quite right and adjust it a little bit. Bring that one in there, and this one down in there. Pull this down. Start wrapping the last two. With this tool magic on here that doesn't grip quite as good, but it doesn't make marks either. So that's why I use it. You got to really squeeze down on it pretty good. Let's see, we're going to bring that second one to the front, like. Put this one a little bit behind it. Like that. And just about got the last one here. And bring it way on up here. Whoops. And turn it over and get this one this way, and get this one a little higher. And push it in. Push that one in. And you can adjust these just about any kind of a way you want. Maybe come up a little more with the bottom ones. Something like that. And then you can take your fingernail or something and just bring out the little bell wires a little bit. Yeah, it looks like we're about through here. And to show you that it's interchangeable, it pushes right out the front, just like that. And you can just put another one right back in, and you're ready to go. This is that same Cabochon pendant we just made, except we changed the Cabochon in it. You can see it just pushes right out the front, and that's how we changed the Cabochon in it. And this is a little rhodochrosite Cabochon. It's very pretty. And as you'll notice, the design we have on the front here, and I'm going to show you some other ones that we have. And they're a little bit different, but not too much. Take this one here, for instance. It's got the wraps here at the bottom. The lines are curved on it. The top here looks a little different. You have some bent wires here that are curved in. This particular one here pushes out the back like that, and you can change that Cabochon, and you just shove it right back in or put another one in. And then we have one more, and it's pretty much the same, except this one's only got a little small wrap here at the bottom, and the curves are up at the top instead of at the bottom like the last one was. And of course you still have these curves. This one's made out of sterling silver, and it just pushes right up out the top just like that. And you can change that Cabochon, put it right back in, and that's all we have for today.